couldn't see it because I thought she was pointing at the woods. And she was really pointing out to the soybean fields, which I didn't realize. So I just turned my video camera on my phone and handed her the phone. And she got probably, 30 seconds of the beast out in the field. Just looks like a big, dark, shaggy being. And then we dropped the phone, and then we fumbled for it. And by the time we picked it up, it was gone.
So this is the Cryptid Creature Show. I am Brian, and with me as always my co-host Todd. What's up, buddy?
Man, it's already September. You realize that? It's already September, dude.
I know, it's crazy.
This year it's flown quick, by. Isn't it? But you know what that means?
Yeah, football season. Woo!
Yeah, definitely football season. Mm-hmm. I got to watch some college ball this last weekend. That was nice.
Yeah.
But also, the end of September, the 26th and 27th, you and I will be in Nashville, Indiana, at the Indiana
Bigfoot Conference. Yeah.
At the Seasons Lodge there in Nashville. So come on out and say hello. Come down and see us. Nashville's a cool little town, too. It really is.
Yeah, it is.
If you've never been there, it's got neat little, areas to hang out and outside.
Yeah, I mean, there's
things and stuff.
There's more to do than just hang out at the Bigfoot Conference.
Yeah, there's a really cool distillery there. I forget the name of it, but I might try to take you up there and have you check it out. It's pretty sweet. They've got these like big gates and this long driveway that winds around. I have to remember the name.
You had me at booze.
Yes, right on.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Well, tonight's guests are Donna and Jackie, and they are part of the group Beast of Bray Road that they have on Facebook, I believe.
Yeah.
They investigate and hunt cryptids like Dogman and Bigfoot and stuff like that. And I think they've had some, well, I know they've had some sightings and quite a few experiences as well.
Dogman. Excited about that.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear what's going on over there in Wisconsin. That area is famous for the Dogman.
It is. Bray Road.
All right, with that, let's bring these ladies on. Are you ready?
Yep, let's get them.
Donna and Jackie, welcome to the show. We appreciate you guys being here.
Thank you. Okay.
We know that you two are cryptid investigators. Why don't you go ahead and get into how you guys go about doing that and what kind of creatures that you're looking for?
We'll go hiking, and we started with the Bigfoot, and then we had all the adventures with Bigfoot. It was just so much fun. They didn't like us being there at first, but then we started being more respectful and not trying to disturb them and everything, and things calmed down more. At first, they were just trying to get us out of there. They made us sick. They zapped us.
There was one time that we were in the woods and there was some weird buzzing sound going around me, like something was scanning me. I mean, it's just been adventure after adventure.
Awesome. So tell us about Lee and the werewolf thing.
Well, it's Lee Hampel Hayfield, as he calls it, and he has property out on Bowers Road, which is parallel to Bray Road, and he has a pole shed where he keeps the hay, and he also has a place where he stays when he stays up in Wisconsin. The werewolf lives there somewhere, or comes and goes from there.
Can't be a five, probably.
There's more than one. There's more than one set of footprints, probably 5 different ones we've seen out there. The neighbor lady, like Donna was saying, said there's a werewolf living on your property.
And a hyena.
Yeah, he's seen like something that looks like a hyena. He's got pictures of something out in the field, standing up, bending down. It's not anything like we would know around here, so it's quite amazing.
Why do you think it's so popular in that area for these creatures to be seen? I mean, you're in Wisconsin. You're in southern Wisconsin.
Yes. Well, the Beast of Bray Road has been seen out there since when has...
Oh, in the late 1980s, people started reporting it, and then Linda Guthrie started writing about it she was a newspaper reporter, and she covered the story in the 1990s. And then she started writing books about it. And she's written so many books, and they're just fascinating. The first one, though, was when she named it Beast of Bray Road. And so we knew something was going on out there, but, there's no place to park on Bray Road. And the police will come and chase you away the minute you stop. It's all private property. Well, until I saw video of Lee with Linda Godfrey, I didn't realize that his property actually has the beast living in his backyard, in his hayfield, and he's seen it about 3 times. And it was all, some of it was in the daytime, and he has pictures of it standing up and then going down on all fours and then back up on 2 legs. And we've seen all the pictures. And then he saw it at night, and he saw glowing red eyes, and he said it had to be about 7 foot. Oh, yeah, and then we videotaped it.
We were walking one night, about a year ago. No, not a year ago. In 2021, maybe. It was a warm August evening, and we were walking along the field road. There was soybeans planted in this field, and so we walked down looking for anything we could find. It was about sunset, and we were looking in the woods, looking in the field, didn't really see anything. It was like, okay, nothing's out here, we should go. The mosquitoes are getting bad. So we turned and walked to the car, and I said, we both kind of said to ourselves, if you're out here, can we see you? We mean you no harm, we just want to see you. I turned around, and there it was standing in the field. So I'm like, Donna, there it is. So she gave me her phone, and I videotaped it standing in the soybeans. It was probably, I would gather 7 foot tall, shaggy, furry, black beast standing there.
And then so I couldn't see it because I thought she was pointing at the woods. And she was really pointing out to the soybean field, which I didn't realize. So I just turned my video camera on my phone and handed her the phone. And she got probably, 30 seconds of the beast out in the field. Of course, this looks like a big, dark, shaggy being. And then we dropped the phone, and then we fumbled for it. And by the time we picked it up, it was gone. But it had been in the woods right along the path that we walked between the soybeans and the woods.
We had to walk right by it.
Yeah.
And there's no way we could.
And because we respectfully said, can we just see you? We mean you no harm. And we were women, so I don't think it finds us threatening in any way. So it came out and it showed us, and it was like, thank you. That's all we wanted. Of course, I didn't get to see it.
So we keep going back just to see if it'll come out again and what else we can see.
Yeah. And one night it did go behind my vehicle at night, and just as we were getting ready to leave, and, Lee had seen it standing in his doorway to his barn. And after one of the events that he had, was it last year or the year before? Yeah. And he was putting everything away. He was by himself, and it's standing at the barn door. And he looks, and there's this big, tall, dark being. And, he stays there inside the barn. He's got a room. And he doesn't appear to be afraid of it, although it's made him violently ill a couple of times. And I think he says he thinks he has an implant, too.
He has had lost time.
Yes. And a film crew had lost time out there, like an hour and a half. And Lee, when you look at his arm, it looks like he does have an implant. And I said, well, why don't you get that x-ray to see if there's something in there? Because you can feel it. And he said, no, it's okay. And I said, well, then they could take it out. And he said, I don't want him to take it out. And I said, okay, you just keep going for it because, there are UFOs out there. Gosh, there's the one that looks like the Enterprise. There's one that looks like an acorn. There's one that looks like the yellow egg. It looks like it has hieroglyphics on it. And what else? There's
it looks like a speedboat.
Yeah. And there's a couple other shapes. They're pretty funny.
Kind of naughty.
Yeah, kind of naughty shapes, but they're up there. And he also has video of when a beast was standing in front of his trail camera and looking up at the sky. And Jackie said, well, what is it looking at? And then she noticed that there were sparkling,
twinkling lights that whatever was standing in front of the camera was looking at, because it was standing there for a while. And you could see its back to the camera, the trail cam. So it had to be looking at something, so you can clearly see it.
And so, she pointed it out to us, and we saw there was a bunch of UFOs up in the sky. And Lee has that all on video. And then the beast bent over at the waist, and he turned and looked right in their camera. And then he looked back, and he went down to the ground, and then that was it. The video shut off. So it's amazing what he has. He has other pictures of like a shoulder and arm of the beast that's all furry and
weird looking. It looks, maybe someone might think it's a deer, but it's not. Or a dog. It's not. It's weird looking, bulgy eyes. One picture that stands out is it's the field, but it's covered in this white
they
coating
from the UFO.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
They were dropping, like, we don't know, sparkly stuff from the UFO onto the grass. And I asked Lee, I said, well, did you go out there and check the grass? And he didn't. So, but he has all that on video. You can see it dropping from the UFO.
And it's kind of like a whitish coating.
Yeah. And then he has pictures of the UFO that's dropping pods that look like white square pods that look like they have black beings in them. It's a picture, and the UFO is dropping pods. He has way more evidence than Skinwalker Ranch.
Oh, yeah. And our equipment consists of maybe a cell phone camera, digital camera, binoculars. Yeah. I mean, we don't have any high-tech stuff like that.
No, and we have night vision, and we see orbs all the time. I mean, they come right up to you. And Lee has video of an orb. It came inside his truck when he was sitting out there, and then his friend was outside the truck, and it kind of went through his arm, the orb did. And he wasn't harmed by it, I guess, but I wouldn't want that to happen to me. No.
Close.
And Lee has heard disembodied voices talking out there by the marsh, and there's nothing around for, a mile?
At least.
Yeah.
And we've heard various things out there. We hear car doors slamming out in the middle of the hayfield. There's no cars out there. We hear dogs barking, coming at us. There's no dogs.
Yeah. Well, it's like this year, there were like 3 dogs coming through the grass that we could hear, but it was dark and we couldn't see them. But they're coming after us barking, and there was 3 of them, I think. And you expect them to be on you any second, and there's nothing there. Or there'll be something walking through the grass, the tall grass, and there's nothing there. It's just fun to be out there because, and Lee's friend has also heard disembodied voices. And he has pictures of the beast, and he has seen it too. So, and the neighbors have seen the hyena. It was chasing a coyote through one farmer's field. And other people have heard it howl. And then Lee was out in the daytime on their ATVs on the path, and there was a hyena sitting on the other side of his fence, and they stopped to look at it, and it became kind of aggressive. It started coming towards them, so they left. But he took pictures of it. I mean, when you think that you can't get pictures of these creatures, he's got them all. They don't care. They don't seem to care. We put a trail cam up once by the Bigfoot, and they got mad and tore their shelter down.
No, that was not the best idea.
Yeah, that was not a good idea. So why the Dogman and the UFOs don't care, I have no idea.
Wow. Okay, do you guys think that there's a correlation between the UFOs and these creatures?
I was just going to say that. Yeah, I was just going to say, they're all intertwined somewhere. That's my thought.
Do you think the UFOs are coming down and dropping these creatures off to
perhaps
see what happens and test them out?
Yeah, Lee has a picture of the Dogman coming through a portal. You can see it, and, you know, it's got to be a portal or something because it's a big, round, bright light, and something's coming through it, and then there's, you know, but it's in what was it, in a circular thing or a square or a rectangle? It was in a rectangular structure, but you could see through it, and there was a being in it, and he's got that in his pictures. You know.
Now, why that area? Is there something underground? That's my newest theory. There's something underground that they're coming to, attracted to something, or is it a burial ground? Who knows?
Yeah, we don't. It started in 1936. Mark Shackleman was the groundskeeper at St. Coletta in Jefferson, which is how far?
Jefferson's about 40 minutes.
But from Lee's.
Probably an hour.
Jefferson is? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. So Mark Shackleman, the groundskeeper, was out, and there were Indian burials on burial mounds on St. Coletta property, and he was out there checking everything, and he saw like a wolf digging at a mound, and he went over to chase it off, and what did he do? The first time it just
looked at him, didn't it?
Yeah, it stood up and looked at him, I think. And then the next night, it came back, and this time it stood up and said Gadara to him. And Gadara is a place in the Bible where Jesus cast demons out of somebody. I don't know who. And Mark didn't tell anyone. He didn't tell his son or anyone for years. And then he finally told him the story, and then his son got a hold of Linda after he heard about the Beast of Bray Road story. So I don't know that it's the same Dogman or the same beast, but Lee thinks there's a family of 5, and so do we, because we have prints and casts, and, you know, there's different footprints out there, and they're not coyotes. We know the coyotes. So, you know.
And they're out there too, but not, these are just different. They're bigger, their claws are different.
Oh, and they have 5 toes.
One has 5 toes. They're like maybe
2
one
pads.
has 5. Yeah.
Yeah. There's 2 pads on the print. The big guy is the print. And he has 5 toes, and that print is 4 inches. And you always know that that's the big guy. You can tell his prints from, you know, the other beings. We think he's got a family out there.
Lee has in the back of his property, there's a plowed up area, like as wide as a swath that the plow would go through. So we always check that for tracks, and there's always something back there.
Yeah, it's like they have a party back there. There's so many prints. You could look at those prints forever. He has one trail of prints through the snow that actually branches off into, it starts out single file, one creature. And then all of a sudden it goes off into a Y, and it's like, it turned into 2 creatures. One went one way, the other one went the other way.
Fascinating picture.
Yeah.
But that's in the snow.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's clear as can be, you know. And what the UFO is doing out there, you never see, if it's sitting there for 4 hours, you never see it do anything. You know, it's just hovering out there. But it's come on different days. It's mostly the yellow one that comes out there.
It's shaped like an egg.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's mostly the UFO that comes out there. But, you know, we've also captured pictures of, you know, UFOs out there, and, you know, the beast, it looks like a big dark shadow. And I think last year Jackie saw a dark being back by the marsh. He has a marsh on his property, and the beast seems to really like us there.
A lot of activity.
Yeah, yeah. And one night we got there, and just as we were getting out the door of the vehicle, it howled like a wolf howl, and then we couldn't figure out where it was because the wind was gusting like 40 miles an hour.
Yeah, why we were out there?
Yeah, why we were out there, we have no idea, because you know, at that point you really can't hear a lot. and you can't see because your hair's blowing in your face. So, we didn't stay out there more than a couple hours that time.
But we did hear a howl when we got on. And we thought, oh, that's just someone's having a party. It was Memorial Day weekend, I think. And we thought it was a holiday weekend. Oh, someone's having a party. There's no one back there having a party.
No. No, there's no houses around. The farm that's the closest farm isn't having a party. There's nothing. It was just a wolf howl. The minute we got there, and we weren't prepared for that, you're just getting out of your car and then you hear the howl. So that was fun. It's always fun out there.
It's entertaining.
Yeah. I mean, we're not out to prove it. We don't care if anyone believes it. We just go because it's entertaining.
It is. We have a good time.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're not afraid. I'm not afraid.
No. Because there's so many people that go out there, these big, paranormal hunters and everything, and they dive into their trucks and take off the minute something happens. You can see it on video. You can see the whole group dove headfirst into a truck, and they all took off on them. And they went to the barn, and they told Lee what was going on, and he said, well, why did you leave? And they said they didn't know. They were just scared.
They were scared, yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of people want to go out and stay overnight. No one makes it.
No.
Very few people make it an hour out there.
Yeah.
They either get sick or scared or it's too much for them.
Yeah. Even during the daytime, people will pay him to go out there and something rustles in the corn, and these people want to go home. And we never do that. We stay.
Yeah.
We always stay.
Mm-hmm. Because if we can see anything, capture anything on film.
Yeah. Because he's not going to hurt us, I don't think.
No. And the whole key to that is respect. Respect him, and you're not out there to make fun or to threaten or anything like that. You'll be fine. But if you go out there and you're going to take over and you're going to make fun of it, you're in trouble.
Oh, yeah, never make fun of it. Who made fun of it and got zapped?
Oh, who was that?
Oh, was it Lee one time?
No, maybe. Someone did get zapped because they did make fun of it. Yep.
Yeah, somebody did. I can't remember who. And they were sick and, had bad headaches. And, Lee, when he was zapped that one night when he saw it, when he was out there alone, he had lost time like an hour and a half or two. And then he went back and stayed in the barn, and he called his brother and he said, can you come out? I'm sick. And, he was sick all the next day. And, I think that if you just go out and you say, we mean you no harm. And I think they treat women differently than men.
Because we're not a threat. We're certainly not a threat.
No, we don't take a gun. We don't have anything with us.
No.
Just flashlights, night vision,
flashlights,
thermal,
maybe a camera.
Yeah. Yeah. We're just out there for the fun of it. I know other people are probably like, oh,
Yeah, we don't care if people don't believe us.
No.
We don't, because for years, when we first started, in 2010, 2011, people did make fun of us. And I thought, oh, okay, I'm done. But then I'm like, wait, no, why do I care what they think? So we don't. If you don't want to believe us, it's fine.
Yeah, we don't care. Oh, and then this past winter, he was picking up a bale of hay. He was going from the barn on his tractor to pick up a bale of hay and bring it back.
These are round bales of hay.
Yeah.
They're, 800 tons, maybe. They're the big round bales.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The one day was tipped up on its side, and then it was moved. It wasn't rolled there. It was picked up and carried. You could tell from the grass. How many feet?
Maybe 15, 20 feet.
Yeah.
But you would need a tractor and equipment to move a round bale. He didn't know it was out there with equipment, but that round bale was moved.
Yeah. And then another time he was moving hay, and there was a covering of snow on his trailer where he was going to put the bale. And so he went with his tractor out to pick up a bale of hay in the field. He came right back, and there was a 6-fingered handprint on the trailer in the snow.
And he took a picture of it. So that's fun.
It's very clear. 5 fingers and 1 thumb. And you could see the claws, too. Like, you could see how long they are. So, something's out there. Something's going on.
You ladies talked about the hyena thing earlier. I've seen pictures on Facebook, and I didn't know if it was real or not, but this guy shot a hyena-looking creature. I think it was in West Virginia. It may be posted all over. I could be wrong, but we've had a guy on our show that talked about seeing hyena-looking creatures like maybe 100 yards away. And people hear 100 yards, it's not really that far when you think about it.
No.
When you're on a golf course. What do you think do you think that's a kind of an off take of the Dogman? Do you think they're out there? What's your thoughts on the hyena thing?
Well, the hyena sounds like a hyena. And it's a tan color with the dark muzzle. I have a picture of it laying in the grass watching us one day, and we didn't even know he was there. Yeah. No, but I just took pictures because I had a feeling something might be there. And when I went back and looked, there's just a hyena-looking creature with a dark muzzle and the rounded ears, and it's just laying in the tall grass by the marsh watching us. And Lee has pictures of it sitting on the other side of his barbed wire fence, and it's tan, and it howls like a hyena, and it's more aggressive. And the Dogman or the beast, well, some people think that some of the Dogmen look like a hyena because they have like a big hunched over back, I think. But those are clearly Dogmen, some of them. And then a hyena was just running around on four legs. So he never saw it stand up, and neither did the neighbor. The neighbor just heard it and then saw the hyena chase a coyote right past him on his farm next door. And then other people have heard it howling, and it howls like a hyena. But then other people have heard the beast, and it howls like a wolf. So I think they're just different things coming through the portal at different times. The hyena is not always there.
Yeah, the hyena is not there very often.
No.
But it is some cryptid thing that is out there.
And he has dark mists, come in, and white mists come in that are really heavy fog-like things that are just drifting through. So, and then it'll be standing over he used to put roadkill out there, deer, but you can't move dead deer now off the highway because of the chronic wasting disease. So he used to put the deer out there on his field and aim a camera at it, and something just picked it up and walked away with it. It didn't drag it. It picked up the whole thing and walked away. And then another time there was an orb shining a light on it. And then the next morning, the thing is just gone. And then they've been mutilated in a way that looks like it was cut with a laser or something. And he's found cow skeletons on his property, and deer skeletons, and antlers. That's a whole nother story. But he thought that he saw a deer with antlers, and he was going to go look for the antlers after he saw the picture. And then in front of his trail cam, you can see something picked up the antlers and was holding it in front of the cameras.
Was it on the deer head? Like when the deer shed its antlers, it was the same markings, I guess. And I don't know what other word to use, but it was off the same deer standing out in the field with the antlers on its head. And then when the deer shed its antlers, something is holding up the antlers on the camera.
Yes. Like, look what I have. It's unexplainable. What they do, what they're doing there, we don't know. I mean, Lee, when he saw it in the daytime in the field behind him, it was when it was on 2 legs and then 4 and then 2, it was drawing circles in the dirt, he said. And, he has pictures of it, so what's it doing? We don't know.
We don't know.
No.
I don't know if we'll ever know, but...
No, we don't know. It won't take raccoons, right?
No.
And it wouldn't take, we put roasted chicken out there.
We put chicken, these put chicken, and the weird thing is, we put them in like mesh bags, hang them on the shepherd's hook, and nothing takes them. The vultures don't take them, coyotes don't take them, and they never rot. They're like mummified.
Yes. They look like they're mummified. He finally had to take, he took them down and threw them away because what Dogman is not going to eat a roasted chicken
or anything? Nothing picked at it.
Nothing. And he has coyotes out there all the time. So why didn't anything? I don't know. Why didn't anything eat the chicken?
It didn't rot. It didn't.
No. It didn't smell.
Didn't smell.
No.
I mean, if I came on a freshly roasted chicken out in the middle of nowhere, I might eat it too.
Yes. Yeah.
I
And you
probably
know how
would.
they smell. I mean, the rotisserie
If I'm
chicken.
hungry, I'm going to take it. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, but nothing.
Well.
Not even the birds.
No. And there's
Especially
lots out
coyotes.
there.
That's surprising because they're scavengers, so that surprises me.
Yeah, nothing touched it. I think it was 2 or 3 different times we put something out there.
did you put some
And
roofies in there and
because-
they could probably detect that, or what? What were you guys trying to do? Maybe you're trying
Put
to
some
drug
what in
these
there?
things?
No. That's like, what'd you say? No. We've never done anything like that. We just, right in front of the camera, you hang a rotisserie chicken and you expect something to come and get it.
But it's in a mesh bag, so it's right out there for anything to take.
Smell.
But it doesn't. The chicken just gets weird.
Well, they probably know that you're recording it, and it's a trap, right? They're smart enough to realize this. But if you have like a pen of chickens that are alive and they're just running around, they're gonna pick them off.
I mean, he doesn't care really if you get him. Not really. If you get him on video, he doesn't. What he would do is, you would see the chicken there, and then the next thing you know, it's gone, and there's nothing on video. That happens a lot. Yeah, but nobody touched the chicken, and then you have to wonder. The only thing it's ever disturbed looks like they brought a cow
years ago.
Yeah, and then deer, and you have to wonder: is that because the UFOs are looking into CWD? Because in Colorado and stuff where there's cattle mutilations, what are they looking for? They excise them, they take different body parts, and why?
Why?
Yeah. And so is it taking them? You never find the eaten or partially eaten carcass. It's just gone. Yeah. The whole thing is gone.
Except for these chickens that we hang out there.
Yeah.
They're mummified.
So is it just that they're looking into, diseases of animals here and they're interested in that? Why do they do cattle mutilations? And, we just don't know what's going on.
I don't know if we'll ever know, but
no,
we just go out and check it out.
Yeah. Yeah, we just try different things and to see if he's interested. He's not as interested in different things as Bigfoot is. I mean, we used to leave little toys and all kinds of stuff for Bigfoot, and they would take them. They would take everything. Semi-precious stones and, all kinds of stuff.
They
And
like to take the noisemakers out of the toys.
yes, Bigfoot does. Yes. They ripped it open to get at the voice box of a toy that would make noise when you picked it up. And once they ripped into it and they could see, what was causing it, then they just, took it and then they brought it back weeks later and we would leave them peanut butter and they would unscrew the jars and lick every bit of peanut butter out and screw the lid back on. So that it wasn't raccoon.
Raccoon wouldn't do that.
No.
There's no teeth marks in the jar because the jars are plastic. There were no teeth marks. Like something was that way. The covers were taken off and put back on.
Yeah, Bigfoot is very interesting. Where Dogman,
Lisa and different experiments. Like you put a big crystal out there one time, and we put Christmas ornaments out there one time, and snacks. And in this barrel, we had apple and
apples.
Yeah, didn't want those. Wasn't interested in the crystal. It was a big crystal rock.
I think it knocked the bucket over, didn't it? Yeah,
but that was about
that the rock was sitting on. Yeah,
but didn't take it. And that's not on film. The bucket was just tipped over, and
I mean anything could have done it, but
nothing was on film.
Yeah, why would a coyote or anything? I don't think so. So, but nothing was on film. A lot of times you'll get a black mist on the film and you won't see anything, but they're right there. Well, one night we were out there and we were looking around and something rubbed my back. And I thought, it's just my imagination. And as soon as I thought that, something rubbed my back harder. And I wasn't even close to her. No. And I told Jackie, she didn't care. But I said, something just rubbed my back. And then, nothing happened. And then it rubbed it harder just to let me know, you didn't just imagine that, And there's nothing there.
Nothing there.
No, that you can see. So it's fun. We just go out to see what they'll do next to us.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like we definitely have to get Lee on at some point.
Yeah.
If he's willing to.
Oh, yeah.
But let's talk about the car door slam. You guys mentioned that earlier. I've heard that before. People mention that a lot. Like it sounds like a car door slamming.
Yes.
What do you think that is? Is that a portal opening or closing, or what's your thoughts on that?
I think it's UFO door.
Either a portal opening, because I'm missing 411. When the hunter disappeared, the one guy that was just sitting there and should have been there when his family came back because he couldn't really walk, and everybody heard a big metallic slam. And you follow missing 411 movies?
Yeah, we actually
David
do some missing episodes. Are you talking about Tom Messick?
No, David Pilates.
Oh, well, I don't know the name of the guy that was missing.
Mm-hmm.
He was an older guy, but it was
it was Tom Messick. David Pilates did the show, but it was Tom Messick. They were hunting, and the guy was older. He'd been hunting for a long time, and we did a missing episode on him. And he walked out by himself, and they said they heard these like a car door slam. Mm-hmm. Next thing you know, they waited. They hunted for a while. They came out, could not find this guy, like nowhere. And he was only like 100 yards away. They knew where he was sitting at a tree stump. Right. Nothing, no gun, anything. Never found anything.
No. And that they had to have taken him. They had to. I think they don't want Jackie. I know they don't want me because I'm too old.
I'm too old. I'm too old and too late.
Well, I guess that guy was old too, but for some reason he was in the wrong place at the wrong time, But we always hope they don't take us. But if they do, oh well.
Yeah, I'm hoping for something to happen. I mean, bring it on.
You stay out there long enough, something might happen.
Take me away. Show me a Bigfoot.
You like
the Dogman run me out of the woods.
No probing. That's the condition. No probing.
Yeah, that's what I said. No probing.
Oh gosh, when we first were looking for Bigfoot and we were talking about UFOs and probing and all that, and then the UFO showed up and it hovered next to the woods where the Bigfoot lived for 45 minutes. We were scared to death. We wouldn't even get out of the truck. Wouldn't get out. And we sat there and we couldn't, at that time.
Still prepared.
Yeah, we just had those little point and shoot cameras. And, in 2011, you don't have no, I didn't have a camera that would take at a distance. So it was a big white sphere, 30 feet in diameter. And it hovered next to the woods for about 45 minutes. And oh my God, we were so scared. Oh, and then it came back 6 weeks in a row. So are they with Bigfoot? Does Bigfoot conjure this stuff? Well, first we saw orbs going through the woods there. And then we heard a goose being killed at the back of the woods. And then the UFO flew in, and we thought at first, oh my gosh, it's a plane. No, it's a helicopter. No, there's no noise. And here it comes. And this was in the beginning.
Yeah, and there's that, not far from us.
Yeah. Yes, for 45 minutes. And then when it would come back on the other weeks, it was much farther away. It was over by a duck pond then, and it was too far away for us to get video or pictures. And so a couple times we chased it and had some adventures there. And then one time it turned into two red orbs and it just disappeared over Lake Koshkonong Mounds, the Indian Mounds. And, one time it sat over the duck pond, and it had spotlights on it going down and out front and up top. And the first time we saw it, it changed into a bell shape with different colored lights on it. At first, it was just a big white orb, and then it turned into a bell shape with different colored lights on it, big round lights, and then it turned into a cigarette shape, and then it blinked out, and it blinked back on, and it was back into the sphere. And, we were new to all this, and we were so scared. And then pretty soon, a couple weeks later, we're chasing it.
Yeah, we're out there with the binoculars, camera.
I just wonder if Bigfoot wasn't just trying to scare us away, because they were always trying to do that, scare us out of there. But we knew they were there because the neighbor next door had seen it and drew a picture of it for us. And it was reported in one of Linda Godfrey's books. And so we thought, oh my God, it's like real close. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. And they were there. There's a family of at least 5 there. So
and we made casts of their prints, and
a
lot of things happened to us.
Yeah. Jackie found prints, one of the adult male. When the pond dried up one year when it was too hot, the duck pond dried up, and it was just like a sandy, mossy bottom. And she saw the adult that was about 18 inches long, and next to it was a 9-inch long juvenile print. So, and there was also, we think, a female that had about a 14-inch print, and then another one that had about 11.5-inch print. So we cast all of those, and we had so much fun with the Bigfoot. And then we heard about the Dogman, and we've been there ever since,
My gosh, you ladies have been around the block a little bit with this cryptid thing.
That's
Do you guys
quite
have
the
a
adventure.
Facebook page? Do you call yourself anything? Is it just you two doing this together? I mean, what's going on with you guys?
Well, I have a couple of Facebook groups. One is Beast of Bray Road, and the other one is Southern Wisconsin's Wild Ones. And so in the Beast of Bray Road page, we just, mostly talk about the Dogman. And then we have Beast of Bray Road 2025 presentation and hayride that Lee is going to do on October 4th. And so people can get tickets for that. Come and see his pictures for yourself on a large TV screen, and then take a hayride around the property. Well, last year or the year before, when he closed up, that Dogman was right there. So, come out and a lady caught a picture of an orb in what looks like a crop circle, or maybe where a UFO landed, because the corn was all laid down in a circle, like 3 circles.
That was weird. Yeah, and the theory behind that was, it was a wet summer. No, because the rest of the corn grew, and it was in a 3 perfect circles.
Yeah,
and the corn was all laying in the same direction.
Yeah, it wasn't a pattern, but it was big circles where the corn was laying down on the property next door. And a lady took a picture of it at one of the events during the daytime, and there was an orb close to the ground just sitting there. So, and then I think that was the same day that Lee saw the beast out there at night. And then last year, I think Jackie saw it back by the marsh during the daytime. He's out there all the time. It doesn't matter day or night. And if you see a big, black, shaggy, dog-like creature, and it could have white on its chest, but if you see something that's bigger than a normal dog, don't just pass it by.
One of my friends did see that. He was out, I don't know what he was doing, but out there, and he said he drove by and he saw a big, black, shaggy dog on the side of the road eating roadkill. I asked you to take a picture. No. Okay. Because a lot of people have seen this big, black, shaggy dog. And that,
Come about the farmer that saw them out in the field. And he said, one of these farmer friends told him that, I saw a big, black, shaggy coyote out in the field and with white fur on its chest. And Lee said, that's not a coyote. Yeah. Coyotes aren't black with white on their chest.
They're not that big.
And they're not that big. Yeah. So, the farmers are in denial, some of them. But
we think they're probably afraid if they talk about it, they're going to manifest something up or something.
Yeah. And the neighbor across the road from Lee's barn when he was a child, like how many years ago? 40, 50?
40, 50 at least.
Yeah. When he was about 10, a group of kids saw a great big UFO land on their property. And this was right across the road from Lee's. So this stuff has been going on for many, many years out there. And why? Is it a portal there? Is the veil thinner? What is the interest there? We just can't understand
the veil. There are pictures that Lee has. It looks like a cloth, per se, and it's ripped. Like something is coming through the veil. It's amazing.
Yeah. Like something tore the sky open or something. And something's coming through it. He's got a couple of those.
Yeah.
So what's going on out there? What's the big deal? We have no idea.
Do you guys think you could share some photos and pictures or videos that you guys talked about with us tonight? Possibly?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Or
I
we
can
get
send
Lee
them
on
to you.
at some point, and talk to him
Yes.
as well. So
You can look at anything.
Yeah. Do you want me to give Lee your number?
yeah, you can send that to me later on, and we
I
definitely reach
will.
out to him. But wow, you guys have been through a lot. Do you guys think Dogman is?
Still going strong.
Do you guys think Dogman is dangerous? You guys think these creatures are dangerous to people?
Not if you respect it. No.
Just respect it. I don't know why it zapped Lee and made him sick. So we're not sure. But it's never done anything to us, and I know they're right there.
Yeah, and we always, ask it, just say we're not here to harm you. Just let it know that we're not making fun of it, anything like that.
Because I think at one point Lee made fun of it or something. You should never make fun of. And Bigfoot, I know we were with somebody in the land between the lakes, and he was making fun of Bigfoot, and he got sapped, and he was sick all night and the next day. And then we heard the Bigfoot in the next start over. It just started howling, and then the coyotes chimed in. And so it wasn't a Dogman in the land between the lakes, but I'm sure there was a Bigfoot running around there. And it zapped him. So don't make fun of him. Yeah, if I can tell you anything, go in with respect and,
enjoy it. Not go in with a mission. You're going to find it. A lot of idiots. Oh, you bring a gun, you're going to hunt it. And what are we going to do? Shoot in the air?
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Well, Lee travels sometimes out there by himself. And, it's thrown a sticks at him,
Right.
at his truck, and damaged his truck, and, there's nothing out there but sticks. And he does carry the flare gun, because he thinks that would stop him better than, a regular gun. But we don't take anything because, it's never tried to hurt us. It doesn't try to scare us. It kind of toys with us, like teases us.
Yeah.
And I think they're tricksters. So just be respectful and, just say you mean no harm. And it helps being a woman, I think, But I would never go alone up there. Never, ever. To the Bigfoot Woods, I would go alone because we have a relationship with them. But to Lee's, no. Not even in the daytime.
Not even in the daytime. It's not, I don't want to say it's scary, because I don't want to, I don't want to say I'm scared, because I have a death wish. It doesn't really bother me.
Yeah.
But it's different. It's not like you walk out into any hayfield. There's a whole different atmosphere.
Vibe, yeah. There's a whole other vibe out there. And Bigfoot, when we first were out there, they were irritated. So they were trying to scare us out of there all the time, different methods. And we kept going, but then we stopped being disrespectful and we started being respectful. And now, and then it's like we have this relationship with them. They know we're not going to hurt them and we mean them no harm. And we've told them that. And so we get a lot of results out there. And with the dog, with the Beast of Bray Road, same thing, We walked along that path all the way back and all the way back, and we were saying, we mean you no harm. We just love to see you. We're just curious. And what does it do? It comes out when we're getting in the car going home. And, it's been fun.
Sounds like you girls have been on an awesome cryptid ride for sure, and a lot more going on, man. Wow.
Yeah.
We want to thank you girls for being on with us tonight, Donna and Jackie. Amazing,
Thank you.
amazing stories. We definitely
that was
get
fun.
to go to Lee and talk to him too, and have you girls back on with him possibly as well. So
Sure.
Yeah,
I
we'll
will
bring the
send
three
you
of
your
you back
number
on. That'd
and
be great.
okay,
yeah. We're going to see him Saturday, so
okay,
I'll tell him about it and I'll send him your number. Okay.
definitely. And then if there's anything you can send us pictures or videos, we'd love to see those and
Sure.
post them on our group page if we could.
Sure.
And so if you guys want to join that too, look us up on Facebook, Crypt Creatures, and join there and help us.
Oh,
out.
are you? Okay.
Yeah.
We will take a look.
All right. Well, Donna, Jackie, thank you guys again so much for being here tonight. It was great talking to you
Thank
girls.
you.
Yeah, this was
Thanks for
fun.
having us.
Those are great.
It was fun. Thank you. Okay.
All right. We'll talk again soon. Take care.
Okay. Bye-bye.
See you.
Bye.
Man, I tell you what, it was awesome having them on. They've seen and dealt with a lot of things. I definitely want to talk to their friend Lee and all of his things he's got going on. He sounds like he's kind of in the middle.
Yeah, we got to try and get a hold of that guy.
For sure.
For sure.
Well, we just got to have them get his number, and we'll reach out to him and see what's going on. Have him.
And, where they're at ain't that far away.
It's not. It's not,
So, might be an overnighter, but still.
Oh, yeah. It's not that. Actually, it's not that far. I mean, Chicago's what, 2.5, 3 hours maybe. So it's like maybe 6 hours from us.
Got on traffic. Yeah. Heck yeah.
Anyway, it's cool having them on.
We'll go catch that beast at Bray Road.
They're pretty fearless. You know what I mean?
I know. They were crazy.
I don't think they fear these
God bless
creatures at
them.
all. So
From what it sounds like, they haven't had any trouble, so
yeah,
that's good.
it is. Well, it's cool having them on and talking to them about all that stuff. So we got to get Lee on and see what's going on. Listeners, thank you guys so much as always. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, we do. Thank you.
Right, my friend. Great hanging out again, brother.
Always fun, brother. Always learning.
With that, my friend, I'm ready to take off. What do you say?
Yep. See ya.